Hi everybody, it's Phili from Create and Curate here. Today we're going to be doing some crochet. I really actually love crochet almost as much as I love sewing. The reason I love sewing is because you can whip it up a lot quicker than you can crochet, but the reason I love crochet is because it keeps my mind busy and it keeps my fingers busy. So today we're going to be crocheting. I have written a pattern years and years ago that's available on Lovecrafts for a soap saver. And we have these in every single bathroom in our house, and they're just really handy. You just have to pop your soap in and you can use them in the shower and you can scrub yourself. So much easier and so much better for the environment than using shower gel and stuff like that. So today we're going to be making those. Now you're going to need a 5.5mm crochet hook, and you're going to need some cotton yarn. Now I think that paint box craft yarns are definitely the best. Their cotton ones are just brilliant and they come in so many amazing colours. However, I don't have any of that. So what I do have is I've got some lilies, sugar and cream in that nice colour. I think that's quite nice. Or I've got Yarn Art Havana, but that's a really big ball and that could make something else. So I don't know if I'll break into that. Or I've got a half end ball of blue and green. And considering it's going to be going into the boys' bathroom, I'll probably go blue and green. Not because they like, just boy colours or anything like that, but because, any excuse to get them to wash. Please wash. Are you ready to crochet with me? Let's go. Right, so what you're going to need for this, we are making the medium-sized soap saver. You're going to need a 5.5mm needle, and you are going to need some cotton. I think this one is a cotton blend by Yarn Art, but the Paint Box 100% cotton yarn works really well. Right, so to make the soap saver, the first thing we're going to do is to make a loop and then pop our hook through, and then we're going to chain 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then in the second loop along, so not the first, the second loop along, we're going to half treble crochet 6 or half double crochet depending if you're in the US. So you yarn over, second hole, go in, go around, out, go around and pull it all out. Okay, so we have to do that 6 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So this is going to be your corner, so you can see as it's gone round, and then we're going to half treble crochet in the next 6 loops along. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then at the end of this we're going to do 6 half treble crochets in this last loop that we have here as well. Okay, one. If we can get the tension right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to go back along the other side of the chain another 6 times until we match up with this corner that we've done here. Woo-hoo-hoo, get running around. So one, 2, 3, 4, 5, and one more, 6. So what you have so far is something that looks a little bit like that. So it's a bit tighter on this end than it is on this end. There is a reason for that, and that's because if it was all really tight, then it wouldn't be as easy for the soap to dry out and for it to drain. And we're going to be putting some holes up as we go along as well. So you'll see that actually it's just more about breathing space than it is aesthetics. Okay, so this is the base of our soap saver. So our next step is to work in the front loops. So if you can see here, we have a front loop and we have a back loop of each stitch. We want to work in just these front loops that are nearest to you. Okay, so the reason for that is because we don't want our work to continue going out, we want it to start going upwards. So we're going to work in front loops only. Okay, so we're going to half double crochet again, so we need to chain 2 to make sure it looks all nice and even. And this is the only chain that you're going to do in the work, because the rest of it you can just work in the round. So chain 2, and then we'll half treble crochet in the front loops only all the way around. And that should be 24 stitches. But the beauty is that because you've done that chain, you'll be able to see when you get round to the next side. You might be wondering why I'm using the wrong hands, so to speak, for this part of the crochet, and it's simply because I feel like I have better control when I'm using this method to get the foundation started, and then I'll change hands and position after that. It's a personal preference, and crochet is what you make it, so you can do it whatever way you like. If the desired effect comes out and you've done something that looks nothing like the YouTube tutorials, then that's fine. If you're happy with it, good for you. But for me, I swap hands and I swap yarn positionings depending on what I'm working on, and I'm okay with it. Sometimes the tension can be a little bit tricky to work out, but on the whole, it suits me down to the ground. So we're just coming around to this corner now, remembering that we're still on the front loops only. So the loops that are nearest to you on those stitches that you've already made on the edge. So can you see that already the work is starting to go upwards instead of going straight out? So we've got a definitive line here, which you can see is the bottom of the Soap Saver bag. Woo, just snuck out there. And again, this is a half double crochet or a half treble crochet, depending on whereabouts you are. In the UK it's a half treble crochet, and in the US it's known as a half double crochet, but it is one of my favourite stitches because it just works up really quickly, particularly when you swap hands and do it the other way around. It works up so quickly, but it still keeps it all quite tight, which is nice. So this is definitely my preferred stitch. So we've got about 3 or 4 more. I need a yarn ball, don't I? A yarn bowl. If anyone would like to send me one, feel free, get in touch. And 2 more. 1 and 2. And then we're just going to continue to work round. So we'll half treble crochet in every stitch from rounds 3 to 12. Okay? We are up to row 10. So we've got the bottom, and then we've worked up the sides, and we've got 10 rows up here. And remember, we're working in the round, so it's nice and easy, straightforward. We are on to the round 13, which is where you half treble crochet in one and then slip stitch and miss the next one. Half treble crochet, struggle to do it for the camera, slip stitch, miss one, half double crochet, slip stitch, miss a stitch, next one. So what this effect is going to do is it's going to give you holes around, which will help you to put the cord in, which tightens and loosens the bag. Half double crochet, slip stitch, miss one. So you'll only actually half treble crochet into 12 of the 24 stitches that are around the top. There we go, I'm nearly round to the other side. Makes a nice change for none of the animals to try and be in the videos today. And they're all in the house as well. It's too hot for them outside today. So they've all decided to come in, but they're asleep on sofas and beds instead of trying to get in my YouTube videos, which they do love doing. If you haven't seen any of the videos where the cats are in, take a look back on some of the previous videos because they just love showing their little heads. Right, so we're back round. So can you see that effect that it's created with the holes? And then what we're going to do is just half treble crochet 24 times round, just to neaten it off a bit. And then we can get on to making the cord to go through the middle. here we have it. I have sewn the ends in and neatened everything up, but as you can see, little bag looks quite cute. I've also made the cord to go through it. I've just cut 3 pieces of yarn, and that's about 25 centimeters, and plaited them. And then what I'm going to do is go in and out of the holes at the top that we made to make a pull cord. You can do it with your fingers if you feel like being fiddly, or you can use the crochet hook to stick it through if you struggle to be nimble. And then what this does is tightens the bag at the top so that your soap stays inside rather than swishing out. Sorry, the camera cut out. So here we have one soap saver bag. This is the medium size, and here's your little handle, and you can squeeze them shut. Here is a soap inside. So that's just like a medium-sized typical soap. I know that some of like the shampoo bars and things like that are quite a bit bigger. So I also have a pattern for the Soap Saver Large as well, which I will put a link to in the bio, so you'll be able to see that. And there you have it, my little Soap Saver bag. Ta-da! They're also really handy for other little things that go in your bathroom. For example, moon cups. I keep a moon cup in here as well. Not in with my soap, that'd be gross, could you imagine? But mainly for soaps and for things like that, they are perfect. Like I said, so this is the medium size, and it fits in like a nice bar of, I don't know, what have I got upstairs? Pear soap, quite nicely. But the large ones fit in the more handmade soaps, because I know the handmade ones can be quite big and quite square, so the large pattern is better for handmade soaps than it is for the medium one. But yeah, it literally takes, I mean, half an hour, maybe an hour, depending on how slow you fancy going, and you can make them all up as quick or as slow as you like, and you can do them in loads of different colours. It's completely up to you. So yeah, like I said, the pattern will be down below and you'll be able to get that, but also hopefully you'll have been following it as you go through too. So if you can't read patterns, because there's a huge following of us all out there that really struggle to read patterns and don't quite make sense of them, you can just follow along in the video. And there we go, crochet done. Next week I'm going to be, well, if my pattern comes on time, my fabric comes on time, I'll be doing a fabric haul, but otherwise I'm going to be showing you the cross stitch that I've been doing for a wedding present for someone. It's a really nice wedding sampler, and I got the pattern from a magazine, and I've made it all up for them and personalised it for them, so hopefully they'll like that and it'll be lovely. For anyone that's missing any of the animals in a video, there we go. He is desperate to get out and sit in the sunshine. I've put the sun loungers outside and he just loves sitting on the sun loungers and just resting and making the most of the sunshine. Bless him. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I would really love it if you could like and subscribe, because it makes a huge difference. And if you could pop in the comments what you liked about the video or what you didn't like about the video, or what you would put in the little soap saver bags, then I'd love to hear it. Thank you guys, really nice to see you, bye.